When the former Detroit Police Chief James Craig announced he was retiring, there was a lot of buzz about what he would do next. During his time here, he's been bold, outspoken, and never afraid to take on a controversial issue. Well, now the question is, will the former chief take his leadership skills into the world of politics? Whether it be crime, the media, the courts, or any other hot-button issue, former Detroit Police Chief James Craig has never been shy about speaking his mind, both locally or nationally. I caught up with the 44-year veteran lawman on the city's east side in the chair of his longtime barber, D'Angelo Smith, at Executive Cuts. You might be cutting the next governor's hair. You know that, right?
Wow. That's what the buzz is.
That's what the buzz is.
The buzz is that.
Whether or not Craig will take the plunge into politics and run for governor of Michigan has been the talk of the town. You just announced your retirement, but politics? Why now?
You know, first of all, I didn't say I was going to go into politics.
Possibly.
You know, certainly I'm evaluating my options.
When Craig returned to his hometown 8 years ago, after being chief in 2 other cities, many thought the city was in trouble. The Kwame Kilpatrick saga was coming to a close, and crime was through the roof.
We just can't sit up and say Kwame alone single-handedly destroyed the city. I think a lot of the woes to our city started long before Kwame Kilpatrick.
Craig's highlight reel includes introducing neighborhood policing, Project Greenlight, decreasing carjackings, and getting guns off our streets with 70 to 100 concealed weapons arrests a week.
Let's not forget about our courts. I'm talking about bail reform. I'm talking about compassionate releases.
Craig says reform is one thing, but returning violent criminals to our streets is another.
Can we use some sound judgment, and what impact does it have on the safety of our city?
Craig says anti-police rhetoric began to rise at a fever pitch after the death of George Floyd. But unlike many other cities, Detroit did not burn.
In those times where our police officers came under attack, the mayor certainly didn't micromanage me during that process. He certainly supported the decisions that I made.
Since then, the phone has been ringing off the hook.
Not only have I been getting calls from here in Michigan, but other cities I've worked, they want me to pursue a position in government. They want me to do it.
Why Republican for you? Tell us why.
Let me just say this. As a police officer, later as a police chief, I've always been apolitical. I serve all people.
Craig says it's not just Republicans courting him, Democrats too.
What people want today, they want bold leadership, leaders that are ethical and that are transparent.
Can we talk about Trump?
It's no secret that President Trump has supported me, supported the profession, and for that, I'm appreciative of. President Trump's not going to define who I am as a conservative, as a Republican.
Craig says he's heard the criticism as well.
When people say, well, if you're white and Republican, you must be a racist. Or that if you're African American and a Republican, you must be an Uncle Tom. I find those kind of characterizations troubling. Judge a person by the content of their character, not by their race.
His bottom line?
I have not made a decision yet. There will be no breaking news on WXYZ today.
You're laughing hard. Chief Craig would not put a definite timetable on when a decision to run would be made, but if there is an announcement, he says it will be made in the city of Detroit. He had a lot of things to say about a lot of issues, but
he's never been one to,
close that mouth and be shy to talk about anything.
He's out there front and center.
Yes, he is.
I think we're going to hear a lot more from him very soon.
We will indeed. I'm sure of it.